Hello, Egil Thorsson here, and he's just having a drink.
I'm Bragi Magnarsson.
Yeah.
Welcome to the channel. Good day, or good day in the Viking tongue.
Hello, in the English language.
Now, what are we here for today, Egil?
I was about to ask you.
Oh, was you?
Yeah.
We're here for the Viking vlog episode 26.
We've got a bit of paper.
And we have notes.
Yeah. Go on then, what's on the notes?
So, first of all, we always start with what you've been up to, Egil.
Well, I had the boiler people come and look at my boiler. I thought it was dead, but he's resurrected it.
Oh,
and
right.
now I can have hot water and heating should I feel the urge.
So you thought that your boiler had died?
Yeah, I thought it was just...
Died.
Also, I think we've conquered the mouse problem.
Ah, the saga of the mice continues.
Or as I like to call it, Mouse Krieg. I've set various traps around the litter bin, that's where they were. I'll tell you a tip, mice do not like bleach.
Do they not?
No, I put it in the litter bin because that's where the little darlings were. Put some bleach in, never had any trouble since.
I once chased a woman around a factory with a mouse in a bin. Her name was Anne. So hello Anne, if you're watching, she's on Facebook.
If the mouse is watching, squeak, 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 squeak. You know what I mean.
Yeah, yes, that didn't sound very good for the mouse. Yeah, so what else have you been up to? Have you been to the doctor? You sometimes go to the doctors?
No.
Been to the doctors?
No, I haven't been there. What else have I been?
Have you been anywhere?
No, I talked to my sister and brother on the telephone. Went to the corner shop to get some electricity. That's about it really. Don't I live a boring life?
Yes, you heard it here first, folks. Yes.
Oh, I bought some bacon.
You bought some bacon?
Yeah, and I had a bacon sandwich.
If you like bacon, thumbs up.
Yeah. Well, it's ironic, my sister's a vegan.
Well,
so welcome to this planet.
Yeah, well, vegans, strange people.
Yeah, well, that's what she wants to do.
I couldn't eat a carrot, I got no legs.
I love carrots.
Carrots are alright.
And tomatoes, his favourite.
No, I don't like tomatoes. You know this already on the channel.
I know, I love them.
Tomatoes are purely evil in a natural form.
What about onions? They're a bit...
Onions are okay if they're small and chopped up.
Well, we've got an onion off camera.
We do have an onion off camera.
Oh, lucky onion.
Tom's pretty much dying and has lost his face at the moment, the onion.
Yeah, well, it just needs stripping off, topping and
Well,
tailing.
you can take a moment to eat him.
Yeah. One thing my mum used to do when we were kids, we'd get a big onion, take the brown skin off it, top and tail it, put a cross in the top, oil and salt. Well, nowadays you stick it in a microwave and you eat it. Oh, it's beautiful.
Now, you know one thing you didn't say at the beginning of this vlog, what you normally say every time.
I never expected us to do. Who'd have thought it?
Who'd have thought we'd be filming the 27th vlog?
Yeah, well,
27 episodes. Well done, Egil.
Yeah.
Well done.
I've been here nearly a year now, I think, haven't I?
Nearly a year.
Yeah.
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 We'll have to have a big party.
Yeah.
Special anniversary video. 1 year of Egil.
With cake.
Yeah, we'll just film a new channel advert.
Oh,
we need
right.
all them soon.
Oh, right, fair enough.
Oh, right, so...
Yeah, so that's my life in a nutshell.
Oh, right.
So, we all know, but what have you been doing?
Oh, right. Yeah, well, I've been doing a few things. So, it's a Bragi update. I've been in town. Now, when we say town, we just mean I've been in Derby Centre, because we live in the city. I know it's a bit confusing when we say going downtown.
I live in the city centre,
Yeah.
You're on the outskirts.
So I've been in town, I've had a beer with... actually, tell a lie, I had 3 beers with Thomas Dale.
Ah,
Hello, Thomas.
hello. But hasn't he stopped drinking?
Yes, he has stopped drinking for this year so far. I think he was on water and ice. Quite nice on a warm day. But I do like my IPA and had a good pint of beer.
Oh, nice glass of
Actually,
white
I
wine.
drank 3 pints of Australian IPA on Wednesday. It was
Oh,
very nice.
no.
G'day, mate. You make gorgeous beer down under.
Oh, yeah?
Now, I've been editing more videos. My life often consists of editing. You do as a YouTuber.
Well, you do, yeah.
You do. I'm going to say, have you edited a video yet, Egil?
I've only just come to terms with what a video
Perhaps we could
actually
film
is.
that. That'll be very funny. Egil tries to edit a video.
Well, if you write it down,
I think you could, if I showed you to do it, you could do it. Now, so I've been doing that. And I've also been updating some more of the old thumbnails of the old Take Care video. No Egil, not your thumbnail on your hand.
Oh, right.
Your thumbnails on your video pictures.
Have you heard anything of Tyke at all?
No. TK's been very, very silent. Although it was his birthday the other day. I believe he was older than me.
He's 54.
54. I don't know how old he is.
Yeah, I do, because he's 10 years younger than me.
I don't have his mobile number at the moment, so I would have texted him and said happy birthday.
I would have.
Graham. Oh, that's his real name, gave it away. Anyway, it don't matter. So, yes, so if you're watching, not that he does watch, hello. So,
hi.
And I've also been doing some tidying. I feel like I've been tidying for months now.
Well, your war room's clean.
So, and I got like the second library on the go. We have a lot of books here.
Just a few.
It's somewhere where Egil can go when he's filming. You can go and pick up a book. You're bound to be a book of your interest in there and have a read. Yeah. So, been doing that.
You got to come to my flat, mate. 1 bedroom flat and 2,000 books. Not a good mix.
Lovely. And also, I fell out the attic the other day. It was quite funny. Not at the time.
We ought to have filmed.
Do you want me to explain what I was doing?
Go on.
So most attics have ladders, don't they?
Oh yes.
And I was trying to move a box of CDs because all my CDs are on iTunes, so I don't need to access my CDs. And I've been through all these CDs, so I wanted to put them back in the attic. I'm being a bit mad sometimes. It was like 2 in the morning. I didn't know it was 2 in the morning. I thought it was like 1 o'clock. And I thought I'll just move these CDs in the attic. I've been moving a few things at night in the attic.
Was it that one?
It was that one. You can't see it. It's off camera. It's above you.
Just above Anthony's head.
Yes, over there. Hello. And I thought, first of all, you do what you normally do. You try to move it in fours, don't you? You try to climb up with it.
Yeah.
That didn't work. The box was too big. So my genius idea, I've done this a few times, was to walk up backwards with the box.
Ooh.
So there I was at the big box. It was like that size.
Body skimmer.
And the first few steps went okay. I thought, yeah, this is going to be fine. This is a good idea. I climbed up a couple more steps. Yeah, it's fine. But I'm now getting close to the hatch. And I climbed up a couple more steps. So I was probably about 7 foot, 8 foot off the ground, I don't know. I was probably about 6 foot, let's say. But then I couldn't get the box through the hatch because my hands were on the side. And then slowly the box was starting to give way, and I was starting to lean forward, and I kind of realised that I was going to fall. So, you know, I kind of climbed down a couple of steps very fastly and then fell the rest of the way. But at the same time, but you know when you have these moments in life, time seems to slow down. And for a split second, I saw the CD box flip over. And then all the CDs in slow motion all fell out. And I bounced off the ladder, and then I bounced off the bed, and I landed on the floor. And then the CDs came down like a shower.
Instead of raining.
And it was like being in the Blues Brothers movie, when the building got blew up. And they woke up in the morning and threw all the bricks off them. I was doing it with CDs, like 10 minutes.
You didn't damage any CDs?
No, I didn't. The CDs are fine.
Where are they now?
In the attic.
Oh, right.
I put them in 2 boxes, what I should have done in the first place. So there's a lesson there, folks. If you're moving a big box in the attic, do it in 2 goes. Don't do a Bragi and fall out your attic.
Well, that makes my life seem very
It makes you think, did Vikings have attics?
No. Yes, no. Ladies and gentlemen. Now, there is a theory that they had the ground floor and there was an upper story. We know that certain Saxon buildings, called sunken featured buildings, had a pit dug which acted like a cellar. Where I'm sure people fell over then. There's others. Well, obviously not CDs, but you never know. Of course,
there was a very good documentary on BBC about a medieval village, and it looked at these medieval houses and how they developed. What happened throughout time, you know, as the building developed, they developed building a second story. And that is when you would have got a second floor, and then probably after that, at some point, somebody might have thought, well, if we put a 3rd floor in, we've got an attic space.
Well, to be honest, I think it was towards the end of the Viking period, maybe 12th century, that it started where you had an upstairs and a downstairs. I may be wrong.
Yes, I think it's a little bit later. Maybe in the Viking age in Scandinavia, maybe in earlier. I'm not an expert on Viking architecture.
Well, I mean, I know that the majority of people had like a cellar, so because you store food there, and it's also a good place to hide if things get a bit nasty.
It's a nice little offshoot there for a little subject. Wasn't planned to talk about attics. That's how we roll. I love it when we have these little random chats. You never know where you're going to end up. So, the next thing we're going to talk about is a website called Instagram. Have you heard of that, Egil?
Not until you mentioned it. No,
it's a site where you can upload photographs, and we also have something called IGN TV. Now, we did try to film a video for IGN TV, but I couldn't figure out how to get the ratio of having it flick round right. So
perhaps somebody out there can tell.
It's something we're going to work on in the future. If we ever do put some content or do some live streams on Instagram in the future. But I have been uploading daily photographs. So if you either search for Northworthy Sagas and Stories, or you can search for my account, which is Northworthy Sagas, and you'll find me under Bragi. Magnarsson, of course, my name. And it's just another way how we can interact with folks on the web. So we've been getting some likes there from History of Hilbert. So hello, Hilbert.
Hi.
Thanks for the likes of our photographs, and no doubt you'll be liking more of them. We've got a lot of nice things to show off, haven't we?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah. So there's that. So watch out.
What's the next thing?
If you don't, you have to search for us on Instagram, because I'm not going to put the link on the banner yet on the top of the main page. I may put it on the discussion page and put a link there for folks to find.
What do you say?
So the next thing we're going to chat about is a new series we've been developing. Although, first of all, I'd like to say very, very sorry for last week when I was meant to publish a chat about the rune. But I don't know what happened. I think I deleted the wrong video.
Lack of sleep.
It was lack of sleep, and it would have been early in the hours, the day before the film, because I was struggling for the last few weeks to have enough memory on my computer to transfer the videos over. So I think what happened is that I was too tired, and instead of deleting Fee, I deleted
Well, it don't matter because we've done it again anyway. But all I'm doing is, I'm not going into great detail. I'm giving you a thumbnail sketch. As I say, I'll give you the skeleton, and it's up to you to use your intuition and find the right books, and just keep doing it, and it'll come to you. I mean, I've been doing it 30 years, 40 years, yeah.
Yes, so we're never going to teach you how to use the runes fundamentally. We're just going to talk about the runes.
Framework.
Yeah.
And give you a bit of historical information.
I don't think there's enough of that online. And
there's plenty of rune sites, but you don't know who they are, and some of them start charging you. When they start charging you, forget it.
Yeah, there should never be a charge when it comes to anything magical.
Well, let's put it this way, when you go to church, you shouldn't be charged to pray, should you?
Not really.
No. Well, they do, but
that's just the way it goes. But that's another subject, and a complicated one. But it's also good to actually get rune knowledge from somebody who actually knows about the runes, as you are a rune caster.
Yeah.
Which you talked about in the video, very popular that.
What I won't teach is magical techniques.
Yes.
A, there's other sites out there, and B, it's not my...
It's not what this channel's about.
It's called a cult for a reason. A cult,
Yes.
by the way, means hidden. And you've got to have the belief system. I likened it to you can have the greatest television out.
Yes.
Teletext, all this lot, video, blah, blah, blah. But if you've got no electricity, it's just a big box. And your belief is the electricity that generates it. So you can do whatever you like. At best, you'll be ignored. At worst,
of course, by the time they see this video, it could be anywhere between, I reckon 3 to 6 weeks away.
Doesn't matter. It's still
we would have already had a few of the runes out on the series. And the first series was on the older Futhark. And then I'm kind of predicting, this is Bragi prediction, that the series will end in mid-September into October.
Yeah.
And then we'll either straight away continue the next series, season 2 as I'll call it.
See how it goes.
Or we'll wait a little bit, we'll see.
It's up to you guys out there. I mean, if you like it, we can continue with other things. And if you don't, well, let us know,
We can only do so much at one time. So another thing I want to talk about on the channel before we go, let's talk about winter and spring. Because we've just been through winter and...
Spring is sprung in.
Yeah, spring is Pity what's gone.
The leaves are in the tree and the pixie of life is leaping about.
But we often take scenes for granted in the modern age.
Yeah.
But in the Dark Ages, there you were. There's old, Olaf, the old Viking. What would his experience of winter and spring be? Wow. What would it mean to him?
The weird time, spring, is a time you think of growth and everything else, but it's actually the time when food shortages hit you the most because everything's in blossom. It's not autumn, like the Victorian poet says, it's the time of mellow fruitfulness, and that's when you pick your apples and blah blah blah. But at this time of year, everything's blossomed, and so you've got to change your diet. Spring is not. We look on spring as a joyous time. Well, they did, but at the same time, your diet's you've got to still eat. But it's the most dodgy time of the year for you to eat. Summertime, it's like today. Gets nice weather, you're getting warm. Again, you need a water source. This is something we have grown accustomed to. And I mean, just nipping down the river and having a quick slug, you're liable to die.
Oh, yes.
So
not unless you've got a natural spring where the water is safe.
Well, yeah, I mean, also, the wives, it's a hard time for the women because they'll be making more ale.
Yes.
And that's dangerous.
But it is a misconception that all water was bad. No, a lot of water was bad, but some water would have been fine to drink.
To be honest, if you've got livestock and people around, don't drink the water.
Now,
if it's like you say, from a mountain stream, fair enough. One thing that did occur to me.
Yes.
You hear in the 18th, 19th century, stately homes had ice houses.
Yeah, of course they did,
They
yes.
cooked with ice in winter, store it. I wonder if the Vikings could do that sort of thing.
I've been in one. They give a fantastic echo.
Mm.
Oh, yes.
Well, I wonder if the Vikings would ever preserve ice, maybe for drinking in the spring.
Well, maybe up Scandinavia where ice was more available. Certainly living in North Lervy, you may see ice in the winter, but would you store it? Would you be clever enough to get it out of the river? I don't know.
It's not beyond the realms of possibility, but we don't know.
Now, you mentioned there something I was thinking about the other day, which is a question: what is the most common fruit in the Dark Ages? And my thoughts on this would be the apple.
Apples in the Dark Ages, those of you who go to Jorvik, you'll see, apples were really small. You could eat them in one bite, but they swallowed the pips and everything. It's whatever you could get hold of. I mean, let's face it, more likely to have blackberries.
Yeah.
Things like that. You ate whatever you could eat.
Now, I imagine one of our subscribers, Joel Culduff, he will know the answers to that.
Yeah.
Because he's got a very interesting channel with that kind of content about the Dark Ages. So if you know,
let us
Joel,
know.
Let us know. I think it's the apple is the most common fruit in the Dark Ages.
You're probably right.
Yeah.
I mean, there's pears and things.
Of course so.
But also, with apples, you could make cider.
So, recently on the channel, we've had Gary Cheyenne.
Hi, Gary.
I hope I'm pronouncing his last name right.
That's what I'm calling you, Gary.
Gary. So he often says thank you. He's an archer, and he has a channel where he does nothing but talk about bows and archery, and rendered content for Viking and Anglo-Saxon culture, which is fascinating. I must say, it's been a very long time since I've shot a bow. When's the last time you shot a bow?
It's about a long time ago. A friend of mine, Rob.
Yes.
He's a big archer. He's a very good archer. He now shoots guns rather than...
Yes, I was thinking, if I could find my arrows, I might, in the back scene, when you're filming a video, shoot some arrows into a log.
Sounds good to me.
I won't aim at you.
Cheers. But,
I'm not sure I'll be good at that. But he was talking about the bow being the most deadliest weapon in the Dark Ages.
Yeah.
And is that the case? I think it is.
I think so, because you think you've got 100 yards or so between you and your target.
Yes.
Would you rather have that or go 33 inches away from your target with somebody who's angry at you and trying to kill you? Nah.
But I think it also shows you how vulnerable everybody was. I mean, there's Egil. He's got some coin. He's got a mail shirt. He's wealthy. But he could get into a bit of combat and there could be a man with a bow 30 yards away who could take him out like that.
Well, I saw a programme called Weekend Warriors with the Vikings fighting the Battle of Clontarf. And there was a couple of people there who were saying they don't like them because they're the snipers and they go in between and just shoot at people. Have been shot with a bow, it made a bruise, and the real thing, lethal.
Oh, indeed.
But we're not talking about, it'd be a rain of arrows, and you've also got stones, you've got clods of earth.
Well, we often forget javelins, and we actually do have one now on the channel.
As it just so happens.
I just kind of shafted this up. I painted it because I had a bit of woodworm in the shaft. That's why I painted it.
Oh, right.
And I did paint the shaft. There's enough evidence of that.
But also, let's not forget, when these arrows hit, you may not be killed, you fall to the ground. They then let their dogs loose.
And of course, you've got slings and staff slings.
Yeah, but I wouldn't like to be lying there wounded and a dog chewing at my leg.
No.
Or various other parts.
And, you know, just take Hastings and Howard and the Hour in the High. It shows you how you could be a king, but yet you're vulnerable to a man with a bow.
Arrows, like bullets, do not differentiate between race, creed, colour or rank. And they're just designed for one thing, and that's to kill you.
Yeah, and if you like archery, I do urge you to go and check out Gary's channel. And if you are from Gary's channel and new to our channel, then hello and welcome.
The trouble is we've got very limited amounts of stuff from the Viking age on bows. So Gary, if you've got any information...
Oh, Gary's full of information.
Yeah. Although it seems to me that the pictures I've seen, these bows have got brass rings around them.
He's got a workshop where he films. He must have 50 to 100 bows in there. So I don't know if he sells them as a living.
Hey Gary,
but
give us the advice.
He certainly, I mean, it's not something we're ever going to talk about massively on the channel because neither of us are bowman. So, but it's just something we wanted to talk about in a vlog. So yeah, I mean, bows are devastating.
Oh, well, what's next on the list?
That's it, pretty much. That's the end of the vlog.
Because you've got some on the other side of your paper.
No, that's the next episode. That's the next video.
Vlog 27. Who would have thought
That's the folktale chat. Next.
Okay, well.
Unless you've got anything else you want to say, Egil?
No,
any more things you want to think
I've
about?
myself out. Not as you got something.
Well, you know we're going to see you next in the next episode. Vlog 27, the Viking vlog.
Woof.
One day it might go weekly again. Hey!
Very Chris Tarrant. Okay. Well, I'll say
goodbye.
Goodbye.
And if you're new to the channel, Egil, what should they do?
Well, you can press the old subscription bell there, leave it in the normal way, or have you got a hashtag for this one?
It'll be hashtag Viking vlog.
There you go.
So if you're new, you want to leave a comment, you're a bit nervous, just leave a hashtag Viking vlog. We're trying to encourage this on the channel. It gives more interaction with you guys, because at the end of the day, without you guys behind the camera watching our content, we wouldn't be here, would we, Egil?
No.
So thank you very much.
Okay.
And in the wise words of Egil, stay
groovy, you crazy guys.
Crazy guys. Goodbye.
Bye.